Hello everyone and welcome back to the Mystery King's Vanguard channel, and today back again with another deck profile, this time for Gold Paladin, but this time is for standard. The last time I did was for premium, but okay, I mean we did get some releases for the new Miyagi Academy for Gold Paladin. I think you saw me had in a video with VG Shihai, but I'm currently doing a deck profile for the one that's both EBO3, so basically Ultra Rare Booster. I've known the set been out in the Japanese site for quite a while, but I decided to do it since it's really close to the release of the English booster, so why not? First off, just going through running the XL markers. That's one thing I actually never never mentioned in my previous deck profiles, but yes, I do run markers in the deck, so yep. And next is okay, moving on starter. On right, draw one Crimson Lion Cup Criff. So he's really generic for starter. I mean all starters are the same, but this is slightly different, I would say. I'll go over that later. Next is the four copies of Incandescent Lion Blonde Ezel. Okay. Uh Okay, the first skill is which I didn't mention in my premium deck profile because you'll never use it, but for now I'll mention it because you will need this by playing standard. Basically, his skill is from hand. If you have the Knight of Superior Skills Bowman or Knight of Elegant Skill Gareth on your rearguard circle or Vanguard circle, so essentially anywhere on the field, you may Soul Blast him out, Criff, and you can Superior Ride him from hand as 10 and drive -1. So basically, you if you go first and you turbo your way up, your bonus is like stuck at grade 1 while you already have a Excel circle open up, but it does balance it out by having only one drive, so it breaks even, I guess. Really good card at that. With the new support, this card will be even better, and apparently this is the first time that a VR in the same clan, two VRs in the same clan, like needs each other to work. So I mean for the past, the VR actually kind of contradict each other. We have like Escalpate, which actually needs Escalpate needs your Blaster Blade to be in hand or so to work, but like you're gonna call him out, like yeah. So this is the first time that two VRs needs each other to work. And next is a 4 copies of Battlefield Storm Sagramore or placed on Vanguard Rearguard Circle. So blast one, draw one, and call one from hand to Rearguard Circle. I'll probably see a cut in number of counts this card after the next set because you need to see both your Ezers like ASAP, and you probably only want him to extend the attacks you can get, but yeah, he is still a good card. But for now, since it's before the release, I'm still running at 4. Next, I will say this is a really good card. It's 2 copies of Mud Slash. On attack counter plus 1, you can call one card from hand and he +5. Basically, you put that together with Ezel's skill, you get another 2 more attacks within 1 turn and mid battle. So potentially could be more if you're gonna call Sagramore out. That's why this card is actually really good. Even if you misride it on your first ride, I would say it's still fine. Just miss out a bit of momentum, but he is still usable. Yeah, basically playing Ezel, but you have a cost attached to it. So 2 copies of this. I would say I will see a cut in this after the next set because you simply don't have the grade 3 space to play the new Ezel, Sagramore, current Ezel, and Mud Slash. So unfortunately, the best thing I could cut at this point is probably him. Next is the 4 copies of Knight of Superior Skill Bowman. It's relevant in premium, it's relevant in standard as well. I already explained in my previous deck profile, but I'll go over it anyways. On place of Vanguard or Rearguard Circle from hand, you may choose a card from hand and discard it, and you can search your deck for a Knight of Elegant Skill Gareth to Rearguard Circle. And on Rearguard, if this card is called by effect, this unit gets 3000 power. And this is really a versatile card, and one thing you can do is it helps you to turbo to Ezel, which that's 1. 2, you can essentially, how should I put it? You can change the number of attacks you can get. So basically it's something like a Sagramore or Vivian. So example, if you're gonna use Ezel skill, you call him out, you can discard one to call another Gareth out, so you just change your attack by another 2 more, provided opponent don't open defensive triggers. So 4 copies of this important staple in the deck. Next, 4 copies of Player of the Holy Bow or Holy Axe, I'm not sure, Vivian. On place on hand, counter +1, soul +1. You check top 3, call 1, and hit +3, send rest to bottom deck. I would say yes, she is a good card, but I would say after the next set you really won't have the space to be running him, so I'll probably just cut it to a 3 off at maximum for Wonder Azel. So 4 copies of this. Now the next grade 2 slot is actually completely up to you. But for me, I'm running 2 Mimian Lion for a bit of shield value, and 1 Lord Beer Shooter for a so-called surprise factor if opponent get caught off guard. Like, it's a one-off, but I can see why you want to cut Lord Beer Shooter. It's actually a really clunky card at sometimes. You never want to run it as like a 4 or 3 off. And yep, that's about it for the grade 2s. Next is the grade 1s, which is 4 Knight of Elegant Skill Gareth when called by effect, counter +1 plus tanky power. Awesome big stick if you can get it out early. So yeah, 4 copies of this. Next, moving on to the 4 copies of Listener of Truth Vindred, or placed by effect. You may soul +1 to either counter charge 1 and plus 3000 power, or you draw 1. So it's your form of getting resource, but you really have to watch out the amount of soul you spend on this deck, because you have no way of fueling your soul. So other than superior riding, of course, or re-riding. But after the next step, we have Hoel, which helps with the soul. But for now, the things that take up soul is this. So you really need to watch the amount of resource you spend on them. So yes, 4 copies of that. And next is the 4 copies of Haugen, if I'm not wrong. Okay, really interesting interaction with this deck. Basically, this card, basically on hit, you check top. You have the option of whether you want to call it or not. So you can just, if it hits, you can play OTT, I guess, and just leave it on the top and not call it out. Or if on a Vanguard circle you're on hit, you don't have to retire him, so it's a free +1 in that scenario. That's why I will find this is a really interesting card and it's a really good one. So running it as 4 copies. But I would say, sadly, you will see a cut in this after the next set because of Hoel. You really need to see your Ezer ASAP after the next set, so yeah. Next is, okay, trigger lineup is actually really, it really varies from how the deck list will be, your playstyle will run. Okay, for me, I am opting for the 8 crit options. Okay, why 8 crits? Okay, before this I was testing on fronts, and fronts are actually really good. However, fronts actually are really iffy when you go in the early stages. You check them, it's like you're just checking a vanilla trigger without having much value. That's 1. And 2, if you were to play fronts, the way you attack will actually be very different. You want to have at least 3 rearguards standing before you check your front to get the most value. If not, I'd rather you check a crit in that scenario. That's why it's, by having fronts in that, you actually have to alter your playstyle to instead suit the front trigger. So basically you need to, like, after one attack, Vanguard swings, you need to call something out, to get another rearguard out, so that your whole front trigger gets full value, which I find is really iffy. But this time, I rather opt for the crit because it's a lot more easier to how I put it. It's easier to function because you don't really have to be that precise with your attack pattern. So you can, and checking crits early on means that they will have lesser chance to open defensive trigger during the late stages of the game. That's why I'm running on 8 crits, so to optimize my chances of checking them early game. And next is 4 Johnny Gates. I think it's self-explanatory, and 4 heals. Now, okay, for this deck I would say it will see a lot of change after the next set. Like, Mark Slash won't be played, Lord Beer the one-off won't be played, Mimian probably won't be played at all, and Vivian's gonna be cut. And yep, when the set release, I'll probably be doing a few playtest matches with VGC High, so you can check that out when it's out. So yep, bye guys.